Alright, what is going on my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. Now today, we are going to be talking about the brand new Blitz battle that's coming to One Piece Treasure Cruise. So this is a post put up by Anlord, who is a French player, and we can see here that, you know, we've got the Pudding, the Shirahoshi, the Reiju, and also the Koala, which are all of the 4 battles for the Blitz battle, and we're kind of just going to go through everything relating to this event in this video today. Currently, as of this recording, it is the 20th of December for me, but on the 23rd for me, or for PST time, it's going to be on the 22nd is when this event is going to be live. So within the next day or so, we should be getting an official announcement with everything relating to this event. We already have a lot of information regarding, you know, boosted characters and what we should really be expecting, because there basically is no change between the event that we are going to be seeing and what happened on JP. Also, this was the full boosted list of all the characters for the event. So you can see that the brand new V3 Boa Hancock is going to be double stats, double points, which we'll get into in a little bit as to how the point system works, and minus 10 cooldown. The new batch is also going to be very useful here. The recent free-to-play characters as well, with Big Mom and Pudding, are also going to be useful. And then also this new Flampe. So this was also data mined a couple of days ago as well. This is a brand new free-to-play character, and the way to get this character is just by playing the Blitz battle. I think if you clear it like 20 to 30 times, I think it should be around 30. That's what it typically is for event characters during a Blitz. You get this character, and this character is really good because not only is she boosted for this event, minus cooldown, stats, and points and stuff, but just generically, she's actually really good. So I've actually got her stuff up on the database here. This is the character we're getting, Charlotte Flampe, everyone's favorite character from Whole Cake Island. She is a Psy shooter driven. Her captain effect is just 2.25 attack to Psy, so nothing really crazy there. And then Sailor effect boosts Psy characters attack by 50, and if your captain is a Psy character, reduces blindness by 2 turns. So that's really nice to have. Now, her special reduces barriers by 2. It will also give you a 1.75 times orb boost for 1 turn, and if you have 4 or more characters of the same type on your team, it will boost the chances of you landing on that type slot for 5 turns. So in a lot of cases in this Blitz battle, you're going to have predominantly Psy characters. So it means that, you know, you get a high chance of Psy orbs for 5 turns. That's just how it works. So it's a decent special, you know, orb boost and a barrier reduced by 2 turns for a free-to-play unit is fantastic. And she has a very good support effect. Any Psy character she can attach to. Once per adventure, when the supported character uses an orb manipulation or orb randomization special, it gives you a 1.5 orb boost to Psy characters for 1 turn. Like, she's just really good. So ensure that you're playing the Blitz battle just enough to get this character, because she's pretty good, right? Now, getting into this event, now on JP, like there's an official website for this stuff, and we should also be getting the same thing here on Global. Most Blitz battles have a website dedicated to the event. So this is the Japanese one, but I would basically say that it should be the same. We shouldn't be seeing any differences here. So this is the point system. So you'll be getting drops in this event, and each drop gives you a different point value. And then obviously, as we mentioned, each character has a point magnifier that is on this boosted list here. So if you have, you know, 50 points, and then if you've got, where is it? You know, V3 Boa, it's doubled, so it's 100 points, right? So pretty straightforward. But these aren't the only, I'm pretty sure these are not the only things that that are worth points. If we have a look, yeah, so there are the shaved ice, which is the things you guys just saw. You've got cotton candy, which is great. You got forbidden tomes, homies as well, and I think almighty manuals and stuff. So that's all the stuff that we'll be able to get, and each of them are assigned at different point values. Then it says there's obviously the ranking event, and you can see in the corner here you've got Pudding, Reiju, Shirahoshi, and Koala, which is obviously all the islands here. These are the 4 islands that you can rank up in. This is very similar to like the Yonko Blitz battle, where there's like, you know, an island dedicated to a character, and depending on which one you ranked up in, you'd get different rewards. And then the reward that's different is a different title, which they'll show here in a sec. There's the free-to-play Flampe, and then also there are you can get rare recruit tickets, you can get Rumble Scrolls, because there's a bunch of Chopper Man mission rewards that are attached to this Blitz battle, that you can get a lot of really good rewards. I think on JP, like near the end of their rewards, there was a rare recruit ticket that guaranteed you a support rare recruit character. So that's very valuable, because not everyone is going to have the opportunity to summon on a support rare recruit Sugo Fest. So if you can play this event and get one for free, like some of those characters are pretty godly. So getting access to that is great. And yeah, it's basically saying, you know, use the recent characters to get the highest point boost. And obviously you got one for each island. pretty straightforward. You know, you got Reiju, there's a Koala, Shirahoshi, and Pudding, and then depending on where you rank in each of these boss fights, you get different rewards. So if you're in first place, you get 50 gems, 2 legend tickets from the past 12 months, 2 generic legend tickets, 5 Almighty manuals, and you get a special title. So you can see here, you got 1 for Pudding, 1 for Shirahoshi, 1 for Reiju, and 1 for Koala, depending on where you rank. So if we have a scroll through here, it looks like the top 100 people will be getting a special version of the title, and then if you rank in, top 3,000, you'll get a generic version of the title. So obviously, if there's a character you really like, you want to go ahead and rank up in that specific island, and you can see the different titles that are here. And of course, when this website comes out in English, you'll see the English versions of them, which again are going to be the same, just replacing the Japanese characters with the English ones instead, of course. So you put in your ID, and it can show you how many points that you've earned, and depending on how many points you've earned, you'll be getting additional rewards. So obviously, there's really cool stuff here. Limit break materials is always good. You've got rare recruit tickets, plus 300 cotton candies, pretty valuable these days. You got more gems, and again, this might be the support rare recruit ticket, I'm not too sure, but again, rumble scrolls are a really big reward because they're very difficult to get a hold of, right? Talking about Flampe once again, and there are Chopper Man missions attached to this, as we mentioned, and then this was the Japanese V3 Bowl Sugo Fest, which we all know and love, right? So that's all of that stuff that we have to go through, but then on GameWith, we can just briefly go through what each of the islands do, but when this event drops, I'll be dropping full free-to-play teams for every one of these fights, so do not worry, I will be uploading full free-to-play teams, do not stress about that. So let's go ahead and have a look at the first fight, which is going to be against Pudding. Now, let's see, is this actually Pudding one? Yeah, so this is the Pudding fight, but each of these fights are 5 stages. On stage 4, there's a mini-boss on all of them. So the mini-boss on Pudding is going to be Smoothie. Let me zoom in so you guys can actually see. By the way, this is on GameWith's website. I'll leave a link to this article down below in the video description if you guys want to check it out for yourself. Ensure that you have some sort of way to translate this page so you can easily read it. But either way, we've got Smoothie as the mini-boss here. She has 8 million health, and she has 4 turns of defense up, and it's a 1 million defense, as you can see, that blue shield buff. So you want someone to reduce the defense or to just remove the defense up. And then characters in your bottom row get 3 turns of special reverse. So you want to be careful because these characters in this example team, these are the characters that get the special reverse. So if there's any kind of specials you want to use in this fight, you want to make sure they're in the middle row. And then, of course, ideally in every fight here, you want to be using a friend V3 Boa Hancock. And remember, her special reduces your character's cooldowns by 2 turns. So by using, Boa special either on this fight or on the last fight, their specials will be ready. It just means that if you want to be using a special straight off the bat, you want to make sure they're in the middle row on this fight. Now, the final boss fight, which is going to be against Pudding, you can see that she has 18 million HP. But of course, remember, you want to be using V3 Boa Hancock Friend Captain. She'll have type advantage. She has double stats. It's not going to be as difficult as what you think. But she becomes an int character, and all the bosses are int, by the way. She has a random slot barrier for 2 turns. Now remember, the Flampe that we mentioned just before, her special ability actually reduces 2 turns of barrier, which is great. However, one thing to note as well is that this boss does not have an immunity buff, so you could actually go ahead and use V3 Boa Hancock special to inflict her with the love effect, and then you can stall as much as you want. So you can just do that until you get Flampe, right? And then also your left column will be sealed or binded for 7 turns. So you want to have someone to remove the bind, which the free-to-play Summer Big Mom actually removes, right? So that's really good. But that's all you really need to know. I mean, there's this stuff as well, but just don't get them below 15-20%. You want to be killing them in 1 turn. So it's not very difficult, right? So that is the Pudding fight. So the next fight is up against Shirahoshi. So this is the other Blitz Battle boss fight, but on stage 4, we have Vivi. Vivi, you can see, has the 4 turns of Rainbow Shield, and also the characters in your middle row this time are going to get inflicted with special reverse. So again, you have to make sure that your teams are switched in the right order so you have your specials always active that you need. So yeah, the damage reduction and the rewind to your middle row. And then the final boss fight against Shirahoshi, she actually doesn't do like too much. Again, 18 million. She is an int character. Also, there are special bind for 5 turns. So you can see the characters are inflicted with special bind. And then also your 99 turns of normal attacks only. Now, there are a lot of these mob characters here. They have really low HP but high defense, at least I believe. So you want to be using the Summer Big Mom here because her special defeats enemies below a certain HP. So she can just remove all these enemies. You don't have to worry about them at all, so that's really, really nice. But overall, like, it's pretty straightforward. You need special bind removal, and you need some sort of way to just get rid of these mob characters because they're just kind of annoying. So that's the Shirahoshi fight. So now we have the Reiju boss fight coming up. So on stage 4 of Reiju, you have to deal with Flampe. Now, Flampe, you can see, has 4 turns of Threshold this time. And then once again, the characters in your bottom row are going to be special reversed. So if you want to use a special here, make sure it's in your middle row, okay? And then once again, Int, lowered cooldown for your bottom row characters, and then also 4 turns of Threshold. And then the final boss against Reiju, you can see here, she has Resilience for 4 turns, 3 turns of Chain Coefficient Reduction as well. Yeah, 3-turn Chain Coefficient Reduction, 4 turns of Resilience, and she's once again an Int character. And as I said, I'll be uploading full free-to-play teams for all these fights, so do not worry. It's not really that tricky because we have access to V3 Boa Hancock as a friend captain, and it makes it much, much easier for team building, really. And plus, you know, once you clear a fight, you can just instantly retry it, so you don't have to like continuously find Boa Hancock friends, unless if you are continuously switching between the different fights, but that's completely up to you at the end of the day. So let's go ahead and talk about the final boss, which is going to be against Koala. So Koala on stage 4 is going to have a boss that inflicts despair this time. So Koala, I don't know who the boss is. Who is it? It is Bonnie, right? So it's Bonnie. Bonnie will give you despair for 5 turns. Actually, I think it's 8 turns. Yeah, 8 turns of despair. So 5 turns with sockets, and then your middle row will get special reversed for 3 turns. And then the final boss against Koala has 18 million once again. She is an Int character, inflicts 4 turns of paralysis and 5 turns of attack down. So that is that's a lot more debuffs compared to previous fights. So this might be a little bit tricky for some people out there. But yeah, you need to remove paralysis, you need to remove the attack down there, and then of course below 50 and 20 you don't have to worry about it. Just make sure that, you know, you're able to remove the paralysis and the attack down, and then you can just one-shot her from there. But that is essentially it. Those are all the boss fights, just, you know, quickly going through them. They're actually not as tricky as some of the other previous Blitz battles that we've had, so I would say don't stress over it too much. But if there is any other information, or when it's officially announced, I'll probably make a separate video just reiterating the fact, you know, to check out this video to break it down, all those different fights. And as I said, when it is officially live, I'm going to upload a video with free-to-play teams and also my personal teams against the Blitz battle. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video today, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.